Less talk, more action. I'm back with you again on this Sunday evening now. It is 7:03. And this doesn't look any different. I understand you guys are saying, hey, what do you keep coming up with the same thing all the time. But you may have noticed this rat nest of wires over here. There's a reason for that. Let me show you. Yes, I did. I did cut it out. And came out, I'm not going to say easy. That would be an understatement, especially because you can't get the saber saw or the jigsaw in there very well. But it is out, and for the most part it is fully out as far as the back of this is concerned. And I'll be able now to make my bottom piece, which will go all the way over to the wall now. And once I get that done, I'll mount it to the bottom and then be able to move this in and out. Now it won't probably won't hit that bottom at all, because if you look at this going straight over, it goes underneath there, you see. So that won't hit that at all, but that's fine. I mean, it's not going to be over that far anyway. It's going to be right there, but like I said, it's not even gonna be close to that. So that is that, and I'm happy that I got that out. And that was kind of worried me. I didn't know exactly how I was going to handle that, but I think it worked out rather nicely. And again, I can now work on the rest of this. I've been kind of hesitant about doing anything else until I got this done, and now that I have this done, I think I can probably continue. So let me get busy with that, and I'll bring you back and show you what's next. Alright, looking at the board that I'm using for the bottom, this is the only one I really have to use. The metal one, it's not going to be long enough now because of the going back to the wall. So basically I need to find out exactly how far I've got past this. In other words, when I get to the end of this, which is going to be this part here, I also have to trim that out just a little bit right there, let that go all the way flat on the bottom. It's not quite flat. So, but this fits up in the groove there. You can see that fits right in that groove, which will be good. Like that. And that will, where I'm going to attach it at probably is, well, I'm not really sure. Once I get this cut the size, then I can worry about attaching it. I'm thinking maybe some kind of screws crossed here with the metal piece of some kind. It's the only thing I really needing to do is to secure it to this, and that way, once that's done, I don't have to worry about the. It's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be flat on this. And in the back there, it's going to be open, but that'll be okay. So basically, let me see. What did I say? 2 inches? Didn't I say 2 inches was how far that goes back? Let me double check that. And I may make it 2 inches even if it is over that, because yeah, 2 inches. 2 inches is perfect. So if we look at this, which is hard to do with something sticking to me. It's going to be right around this point here is how far this will come back. So that's going to be where this is going to be a full piece, obviously. This is just a scrap piece I had laying around. But I wanted to see how it fit in there as far as the lip and everything. And it looks like that's going to work out really good. And also I can put an L-type bracket here to hold that in the back. It's all you really need is something, because it's going to be a tight fit, hopefully, once it's in there, and it shouldn't move around. It should be solid in there. And like I said, there's not going to be real stress or weight on it, because it will be attached here and on each side, and then the lip will hold it in the front. So when you lift it up, whatever's on the board is going to come up with it. and it won't go up too much either. It's in that groove pretty good. So that is going to do that. I just got to cut a piece. I think I measured 14.5 across, I believe. Let me get this out of the way. Actually, it's 14, not quite 14.5. It's going to bring it down to, I'd say 14 3/8 would be just about tight fit. And I'm going to try that. I can always shave it off a little bit if I need to. Plus these will push out just a little bit if I need them to. I mean, they're not 100%. You see they move a little bit. So I think 14 3/8 should be a good fit for that. And we'll get a final measurement on the 2 inches past that. And that should be all right. I'll get a better measurement of that, and so I can do that. So let me get all that done, and we'll get back to it, and I'll show you the results here in a little bit. Welcome back again, YouTube. It is 11:57 now on a Monday morning. Got all these input jacks back in, and everything's hooked up. This is working again. I don't want to get any copyright hits, so we'll turn it down a little bit. What I am thinking about today is this. Now this is the obvious label, the transformer. And I'm trying, what I wanted to do is basically mount this into the bottom. Let me get you over here a little bit. Get this mounted in here to where this will be the bottom of the panel that I'm making. I've got that ready to saw out. But I want this to mount there. You can mount a little bit up this way. It doesn't have to go there. The problem is that right there I'm hitting. That's the lip of this desk. And I'm going to show you on the front because it's easier to see on the front. This lip here goes in quite a ways. So I figure if I cut it out right here along that edge, and at least enough of it to where that bell will fit underneath there. This is going to sit up like this, so it doesn't have to come back a lot, but there's your difference right there, how much it's got to, you know, if I move it there, then by the time it comes down, it's going to be, you can see this is tapered just a bit. It's not straight up and down. So that's what I'm trying to figure. But if I cut this back even with the tile here on the back side there, there's no drawers to worry about back there. It's just all flat surface. So you can cut that out. There's nothing, you know, that's never ever, this lip is never ever used for anything. In fact, it just gets in the way. But like I said, back there especially, because it'd be underneath that panel, never be seen or anything like that. So I think that's my best course of action, is to take the jigsaw and just cut along that edge there and get a nice open space to where that will fit down like that, and it can be mounted in that. Basically, I'll make my something. Let's see. Let's get this on the other end where it's more square, like this. I'll probably mount it something like that. And it won't be exactly like that, but it'll be close to that. I'll put my holes in here, and then I'll measure my bell opening to where I can flip that over, and it'll go down in there. That will give me a little more space behind that Variac, and I think that's a better plan than just trying to mount it up like that, because if I mount it up like that, I'm going to have to make spacers, number one, and again, number two, it's just not gonna be as good as if it's down in there. So that's the plan. So my first thing to do is to cut that out over there on the back side. And once I get that done, then I'm going to go ahead and make my bottom plate. And I think I'm going to make it out of this plywood instead of the MDF. This is a little bit stiffer. It's not as thick as the MDF, but I think it will hold up better with the weight of that transformer on it back there. I also have a plan on how to brace that up back there, and I don't know how that's going to work out, but I have a plan for it anyway, so we'll see. But this is probably the way I'm going to go, is this piece here. I've got to cut it out to 14 3/8 by 6 7/8, and then that should allow me to place everything like I want to do. So that's the things coming up. Let me get those done, and we'll come back and report on our progress. Alright, this is going to do this video probably. I'm probably not going to get much further. This is the bottom plate. It is fit in there pretty good, I think. I also took a picture through the holes with the panel pressed back in there against the wall. And you'll see that it's really close back there, so I think I measured pretty good. I'll insert that picture in here. So basically, the next thing I've got to do now is to get this mounted here. Well, I won't mount it like that, obviously. But that's the way I'm going to do the hole for it. I'll mark my 4 holes for the transformer to sit into, and then I'll cut out the bell part after that. So that will be basically, I'll take and measure from here to here, here to here, and that's the size I'm going to cut out. And that way I know it will fit in there just fine, like that, obviously when it sinks down in. But that should do that. I have the I don't know if I showed you that or not, but over here on the this part here, I do have it. Let me see if I can get you in for a close-up here. That's about as close as I can get you, but you can see the where the notch is right there. So there's a notch there, and it's open in there, and that will be plenty of room for that bell to sit down in, and I'll have plenty of room with that. So there's no problem there. And like I said, that's pretty much going to do me as far as this video. I may work on it more for the next video, but like I said, I don't want to make these too long. You guys are putting up with a lot as it is to go along with this project, so that's gonna do me on this one. You guys, like I said, once I get that cut, I think it's gonna be shaping up pretty good. Now, there is some little problem getting that bell in there with it. I think I can slide it in and it'll drop down with the transformer mounted. Now I was going to worry about this a little bit, but I don't think I'm going to worry about it as much as I thought, because I was going to put a brace here, but I don't think that's necessary. This is pretty close. I mean, there's the back of the what do you call it? So it's not going to be that far in there. So we'll take a look at it again. But that right there is going to be basically as far as it goes in there right here. So that should be all right. My biggest problem, or not problem, but is this with this hole out? Is it going to be sturdy enough? That's my problem. But I don't think it'll be a problem. This plywood's pretty stout, and like I said, it's once that transformer is mounted in there, that will actually make it more rigid across, and so I think that'll work out good. I really do. So like I said, you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see ya.